No, I'm not Danny McBride. Michael Taylor back here. It's a Halloween special show, but we're going to have a serious topic, though. We want to welcome Dr. Lincoln Snyder to the program from Hoag. We're going to talk about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? We're still kind of putting the word out there about what women should do in terms of checkups and those kinds of things.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Women should always be aware of breast cancer, but we like to highlight it each year in October.
What do you think is one of the major things that women who maybe haven't done the exam, haven't really checked for, that are they avoiding it? Is it kind of denial about like getting their breast exam? But like some women who may resist the idea of getting regular breast exams. So what's the fear there?
It's the fear of something bad going on.
Mm-hmm.
The benefit of exams and mammograms is that things can be caught early when there's relatively easy treatments and with the very extremely high cure rates and success rates.
So avoidance is not really a strategy, obviously. When should women start thinking about regular breast exams? At what age is that usually kind of appropriate? And are there different for different types of people with a history and not a history? Is it different?
So in general, women should, once they're late teens, as part of their general exam, should have a breast exam. It becomes more important after age 30 or so when we start seeing cases of breast cancer. But for basically all women, and especially women in the breast cancer age group, which is 30 on to past 90, once a year or whenever they have a general physical exam, there should be a breast exam as part of that.
If someone doing something at home, they check something, what are the things that would be a highlight for you to say, yeah, you need to come in and check that? Feeling a lump, something new, or some sort of, what are some of the signs?
So in general, something new, specifically a lump or a change in the shape or contour of the breast, or a change in the color of the skin of the breast, or a change in the shape or position of the nipple. And physical, the patient self-exam is important, but it actually is not as important as getting a mammogram every year or two.
Right, because the self-exam is just going to tell you what may be on the surface but not going on in the interior, which is the majority, right?
That is correct, and actually for early detection, mammogram is better than both self-exam, and it's even better than the exam by the physician or practitioner doing the physical exam.
Yeah, the mammogram can detect something at a real small level before you'd ever feel it. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. So if there's a detection, if there's something on a mammogram that tells you, okay, we need further examinations to find out what's going on, what would be the next step for a woman who has a scare? We don't know what it is yet. Here's the next step.
So usually if there is a mammogram, or when there is a mammogram, the breast imaging center will direct the patient toward the next steps, and often that's often a breast ultrasound looks more deeply into the breast tissue or in a different way, and then if further testing, whether it's with more sophisticated imaging like breast MRI or with a biopsy, the patient can be directed or provided with the options of the next step.
Okay. And when we have that next step going on, what's the process of like the patient that you're dealing with? How do you walk them through that? How do you start? Because the first thing is somebody hears, oh my gosh, cancer. How much of your job is to reassure that we're going to work on this together. This is going to be a team approach. You're going to be okay.
So at Hoag, we're extremely patient-centric, and we actually do guide the patients through each step. And whether it's the physicians or staff who are extremely caring and compassionate, there's also navigators that assist patients going through the various steps and help keep it simple or understandable, or even help to arrange appointments.
Okay. And when you get to an audience, that our age audience here in Laguna Woods Village, they're a little more senior. Is it still important to do an annual check, or do things change with age?
So many probably have heard that mammograms might be optional after age 80 or so, and that's a national guideline, but it refers to the fact that many times by age 80, patients or people can be in ill health or not have a real long life expectancy. This area, your community, is a bit of a blue zone, if you know, a
Right.
recent word we hear, where longevity is extended and health is better, and therefore we have to be careful with our health for a longer period of time. So we actually move that recommendation for continuing mammography and exams, breast exams, out a little bit farther. So it actually is that we consider leaving out the mammography once our health may be failing. And I tell patients, if your head or your heart or your lungs are failing, then we can reconsider doing the mammogram. But if we're dancing on Tuesday night and playing golf on Thursday, then probably we should be still doing the mammograms.
And for a group in this age bracket, they usually have a regular doctor they're going to see on a regular basis. Should they make special appointments to go to Hoag, or they need a referral for these kinds of things? Or, you know, so a lot of people retire, move into this community, and they aren't familiar with the health services that are out here.
So the Hoag Clinic and the Hoag physician providers, they have primary care doctors that patients can be provided or assigned to, or options in their immediate area. If there is a patient without a problem or without a physician and they have a problem, if they call the breast center in Irvine or in Newport, they can get attention to their immediate problem and then referred on to a physician.
All right, well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I want to thank Dr. Lincoln Snyder from Hoag joining us today. Some very important information. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, as you can see, we are Halloweening it up a little bit. We have a Halloween contest coming up. You're going to see some great costumes. Stay with us.